With this Winter Wonderland guitar lesson, we'll focus on a basic strum or sing-along version that works well for a one-person performance. With chord diagrams as well as an accompanied guitar karaoke practice video, we'll cover it all with a step-by-step approach. Now, this lesson will give you three options on how to start the song. The first one is real basic. We actually delete the intro and go right into the verse section. And with that, we're going to start with the strum pattern with the basic D chord, an open D chord, and the strum pattern will be down, down, up, up, down. And some of you might prefer to count. That'll be 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you haven't done a lot of strum-along songs, it's a good idea to get the strum pattern down. So the final step in this clip will be to play this D chord, to strum it 4 consecutive times with the strum pattern. So let's try that. 1, 2, ready, go. For the first half of the verse, you'll use just 2 chords, an open D and then an open A major. And we're going to apply the same strum pattern, and we're going to play 2 measures of D followed by 2 measures of A. And so let's walk through that first half of the verse right now. We'll do a slow walkthrough. 1, 2, ready, and. The next step will be to focus on timing or syncing the lyrics with the chord changes. And what I usually do with that as a first step is we apply a one strum approach, where that first down strum with the strum pattern we're applying here, we just focus on that. We land that first down strum with the corresponding lyrics. So here's how that'll sound with the first 2 lines. Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. And then once you can do that, we take it up a notch. We now apply the strum pattern with these lyrics. And again, the cue, since we're leaving out the intro, it'll go sleigh bells ring. So we actually start strumming on ring. Here we go from the top. Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. For the second half of verse 1, we have some new chords to throw in here. We have an open G, and then a bar F sharp minor chord along the 2nd fret position, and then an open E minor, then a B minor, and then an open A7. And we also have some variations regarding the strum pattern for the second half of verse 1. So to sort of lead into that, what we just completed in the lane, snow is glistening. Now what we're going to do is we're going to stay on the A major chord, but we're going to apply a strumming variation. We're going to go from A to G. We do that with the A, it'll be down, up, up, and then sort of a mute of the strings. You don't have to really snap at them with the pick, you can just sort of mute. There's a rest there. Down, up, up, and then on the G, down, up, down. So let's put that together, the A to G transition here. Down, up, up, down, up, down. And then we'll do the same thing, pairing up F sharp minor with E minor. So let's back that up. We'll put it together starting with the A to G. 1, 2, ready, and. And then we go to B minor. And with this B minor, what I'm going to suggest is just a 3 count, down, up, down, and then an A7, down, up, down, And then we go back to D, back home with that original opening strum pattern. And so we'll back it up to the B minor. We'll do the B minor, A7, D progression. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, down, down, up, down. Now you're going to do variations on these strum patterns. These are just a way to help you fall into it. When you start singing along and playing, you'll do whatever variations work for you. And one of those variations could be, you could make it actually 4 strums on the B minor to the A7th with kind of a quick up strum. I find when I play it fast and sing along, I tend to do this. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So there's a slight variation you could do there to end verse 1. But let's back it up now. We're going to back it up again to the second half of verse 1. And let's see how we put that all together. Slow walk through. 1, 2, ready, and... Now as we work on syncing or timing the lyrics with this progression, again, there's going to be slight variations from the initial strum patterns. Again, you're going to do whatever works best for you. But we'll do a slow walkthrough and we'll see how this sounds, starting with A Beautiful Sight. 1, 2, ready. A beautiful sight. We're happy tonight. Walking in a winter wonderland. Now let's put all of verse 1 together with the slow walkthrough with no intro. 1, 2, ready, and sleigh bells ring. Are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight. We're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Verse 2, guitar-wise, is the same as verse 1. We have some different lyrics, so a good idea to work on syncing those lyrics as well with the chord changes. So let's do a slow walkthrough of verse 2. Gone away is the bluebird, here to stay is the new bird. Sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. For the bridge section, we have some more chords to introduce here. An F sharp major chord, not an F sharp minor, but major. And then a B major chord, which is a pain in the neck to play for guitarists. For this particular voicing, first finger on the bass note, the 5th string, 2nd fret, and then that 3rd finger is going to flatten across the next 3 strings. We're going to go back and forth between the F sharp and the B. So if you haven't done this transition a lot, it's a good idea to kind of work on doing that. Slow strums or arpeggios just to focus on the clarity. But once you have that down, the strum pattern, at least the one to sort of start with, will be starting with the F sharp, down, up, down, then to B, down, up, down, and then back to F sharp, down, up, down, up, down. And we'll put that together again. Down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down. And then that will repeat. Down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down. Now if you want, I tend to, once you get comfortable with that, I tend to add an extra up strum on that to start it. I catch myself, especially when you're playing fast, singing along, I do this. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So that's one option on that that you can throw in. And Then we're going to go to another chord progression or transition here between A and D, but it'll be the same strum pattern that we just did. That's only one time between A and D. And then we wrap up the bridge with an E7th chord shape that's going to be added in. Before I show you the progression, here's the E7. You have options on how to play an E7th. You don't have to extend the pinky, just use 2 fingers, or you could play an E major and extend the pinky. But I happen to like this voicing here that's showing up on the screen. And that last progression for the bridge, which is A, E7th, A7th, and how we strum that. So we'll do that one more time. Now let's put together the complete bridge. We'll focus just on the strumming with the guitar chords. 1, 2, ready, go. Once you have the bridge and sections down, it's a good idea to get a foundation by going back to the beginning of the song and working out a basic arrangement. And so far, we did not do an intro, we just went right into the verse. So it would be verse 1, verse 2, connected to a bridge section. So what we're going to do at this point is give you another option as well for an intro. And the reason why I waited to show you this option is because the second option for an intro is to play the second half of the verse. So that starts with the A to G, F sharp to E minor transition. So let me back it up. Playing 2 extra Ds and then kicking into verse 1 on that third measure of D. So again, the intro, another option would be to just play the second half of verse 1. So let's do that again, and I'll show you how that syncs up if you want with starting the song. 1, 2, ready, and... Sleigh bells ring. So that's how you would kick into the song with the intro. The third option for an intro, if this one is a little too long, while deleting the intro doesn't work, you could just simply start off with 2 D chords. Da, 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 and do that. So that would be a third option how to start the song. But with that, it's a good idea, again, before we go on to finish things, work out a basic arrangement. Whatever intro you want, connect 2 verses and the bridge, and the rest of the song will be easy. After the first bridge, we go into verse 3. And verse 3, guitar-wise, is the same as verses 1 and 2, the same progression, just with different lyrics. But a good idea to maybe run through verse 3 just to focus on how to sync or time those lyrics with the chord changes. So we'll do a slow walkthrough, and here's how it'll sound. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. And then, depends on what version you hear of this song, but usually there's an interlude or a solo section. On my guitar karaoke video, it's a guitar solo. Rhythm guitar-wise, you'll just repeat the verse. You'll just have someone soloing on top of that. So connecting verse 3 and the interlude is basically just playing rhythm-wise 2 verses in a row. After the interlude, we go into the song's second bridge, and that will be the same lyrics and the same chord changes as well. And that'll be followed by the final verse of the song, verse 4, which essentially repeats verse 3, same lyrics. The one difference will be we have an outro we're going to add to that. And the outro is basically repeating the last 3 chord progressions. So that last 3 chord progression is again B minor, walk. We usually do walking in the winter wonderland. We're going to simply just add that line 2 extra times, and that would be considered the song's outro. So let's combine that with the final verse, verse 4, just to see how it sounds. Oh, and by the way, on that last 3 chord progression, walking in the winter wonderland, sustained D chord for the ending. So let's put that together. Verse 4 and slow walk through. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and later on we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in the winter wonderland, walking in the winter wonderland, walking in the winter wonderland. Once you have each section down, the final step is to put together a complete arrangement of the song. And you can practice that along with my Winter Wonderland guitar karaoke video. And with that video, you can either practice singing along with Winter Wonderland karaoke, practicing guitar along with Winter Wonderland karaoke, or doing both.